Hey, what up, y'all? It's me, your boy, Lil D, coming at ya from the den with another nursing video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can get experience in nursing informatics without being in nursing informatics, kind of preparing you for getting into that role while you're still working at the bedside or still doing something different in the hospital. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe. I post nursing related videos 1 to 2 times a week. So go ahead and subscribe. I am working towards my master's in nursing informatics, so I do tend to make quite a bit of videos about that. But I also do nursing shoe reviews, nursing supply reviews. So if you want to see something in particular, go ahead and leave it in the comment down below. If you're watching this, you're probably looking into getting a job in nursing informatics and wondering how you can improve that resume to help you compete in an area that might be a little saturated, but again, may not be. I say that because this field is always changing. There's always new innovation. There's always new policies, procedures being implemented, and where it might seem to be a little saturated, I really do feel like nursing informatics is taking off from here. Just 5 years ago, 6 years ago in my hospital, we were using paper charts. It hasn't been to the past 4 years that we switched over to a electronic health record. We're using Cerner at my facility. We were using Meditech, but we were only putting very little information into that, where now Cerner is where all the staff, all the doctors are doing all of their charting and keeping all the records in one place. I work in a hospital where we have resources. We have a nursing informatics team, and my first tip to you is that if you work in a hospital or whatever facility you work at, if they have opportunities for you to volunteer to be a super user, for example, or to help teach classes, for example, then I would sign up to do that. And it might not pay initially, but you're really doing it to get that experience and to get that upper hand. That way you can put that on your resume. I always sign up to be a super user at my facility. I have been a super user for maybe 4 or 5 times. And if you don't know what a super user is, let's say that they're implementing a new policy or a new way that nurses can document within charting that's going to really change up their workflow. They're going to need help initiating this change. And if it's that significant of a change, they're going to bring in super users. They're going to have a couple nurses from different units come into a class and get a little bit more education than all the other nurses in the hospital. That way, when the new project, new policy, new documentation goes live, these nurses who know the staff, they can go around and help further explain. And in doing this, you work hand in hand with the nursing informatics team at your hospital. At least that's how it works for us. Second recommendation is to get familiar, kind of with that super user mindset. Get familiar with what charting system you're really using. Some people use Epic, some people use Meditech. Not really so much anymore, actually. They use Cerner, and there's a couple more other ones out there. EMRs, EHRs. Just get familiar with your documenting system. That way you can use that terminology on your resume as well. Now let's talk about your resume when you're going to apply in nursing informatics. You want to really focus on the terminology that you're using. There are certain words that they're going to pick out, and that's going to set you apart from other people's resumes, such as using EHR, electronic health record, EMR, electronic medical record, Cerner, which is a charting system, or Epic, which is another charting system. You really want to make sure that you include those if you are knowledgeable, or just saying that you are familiar with these, and include those in your resume. If you do happen to volunteer to do some of those extra activities like we were talking about, make sure you list those in your resume as well. Just make a little category, say all the super user projects that you have been a part of. Like I was part of this one called iAware, where we focused on this new system on the computer that took all the pump information and put it on here. That way the nurse could easily sign off and keep track of the fluids. I was part of the alcohol withdrawal super user which was a whole change on the way that we treat our alcohol withdrawal patients. So I would definitely include those experiences in your resume. And lastly, reach out to your nursing informatics team. Reach out to some of the people that are actually hands-on, that you know that are in your facility. Let them know that you're interested in this role, and let them know that you're going to school, or just what your intentions are, and maybe they could even have you shadow them, which I have done with my nursing informatics team at my hospital. I've met with them a couple times. I've added them on Facebook. We keep in touch, and although I am not working with them right now, they know that next year I'm going to be graduating with my master's in this, and that this is something that I'm really interested. And I'm showing that years in advance. That way when I go and submit my resume, they can also pick me out even more. That is it for this video. Go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to see more nursing informatics videos, you can check out some of these right here. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of different ways to get experience in nursing informatics without actually working in the field. So good luck, you guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.